Yeah, and we're back with map number 2. It's Vertigo, which should bode well for Unjustified. Curious to see if it does. Let's see what they go for. A little bit more confidence in towards the B play early. We did have PA read. They pissed around on Nuke. This time it's a heavy mid setup, though, so PA, they're close. They're in the neighborhood of the right read. Just not quite on the money. Viz has a nade, though. Oh boy. Viz has a nade. Time the HE, time the HE. Nade's going to be coming in for his spot on default. This could be tough, actually.
He holds on to it.
Come on. Is he holding on? He's holding on to it for the post plant. Or for the plant, rather, coming in. They've got 2 HEs. They're going to bounce them off the girder. Here it goes. One of them dropped. That doesn't really work. They plant unorthodox, and this is working out well.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and sack for Viz. All right, Viz, going to need some more. Cxzi now dinked up. It's all on to Viz. He's got the kit. Was the man with the plan, but he can't get her done. Once again, PA, a nice design in the pistol round, but unable to execute.
Yeah, I mean, look, I would have liked to Viz through the nade, obviously, a little bit sooner, or at all, right, towards the B stairs. And he just doesn't really activate, decides to hold on to it for the post plant, and maybe he did throw it at some point. Anyway,
so the idea was, yeah, they threw the 2 nades. They were holding them for the bomb going down. But the bomb got planted on top of double as opposed to on default spot.
Yeah, so the nade doesn't have as much impact, of course, yeah. But anyway, 1-0 for Unjustified, who have won both of their T-side pistol rounds. Going back to Nuke, of course. We'll see if they continue on Vertigo. Now, Party Astronauts, although they are 1-5 here over the last 3 months, their last 2 outings on Vertigo haven't been that bad. They lost to, or excuse me, they beat Mythic 13-11 in a very tightly contested match. And over in, I think it was Challenger Atlanta closed qualifier against M80. They only lost in overtime, double overtime, in fact, 16-19 against that squad. So I think there's some promising signs for them.
I hope so. Get it done with just
what
the
is
pistols
happening?
here.
What is happening?
How is this falling apart? They didn't even invest. This wasn't even a force buy, John. This wasn't a force buy. Now they got the bomb at their feet. They got guns picked up. You know where Wolf's coming from. Let's see if he can recover. 1v4 this would be. He's got the first. He chips away at Podalone just a little bit, but he's still going to have to brave the brunt of this. Didn't even have time to get our thoughts out there, John. It's just a straight massacre. Active, they're getting active. Oh! And they will win the round.
Wow.
So Party Astronauts, the best of both worlds. They don't even invest into this one, and yet they come away with the round. They come away with an AK, and they come away with an Unjustified that didn't even get a bomb point out of it.
I don't think Viz was listening to his IGL there. Ben Lee was trying to shoot him a Galil, and Viz was hightailing it away, thinking the MAC-10 was the best gun he could have walked away out of that round with. But anyway, that doesn't matter. The Party Astronauts get the free upgrades regardless, because as you said, that was a full-on eco. They just gambled towards the A site, and then Unjustified not really looking the secret of their push towards A on that ramp. Viz going to get one chop, a few more. Lake does manage to trade it out. But, I mean, this is a force buy from Unjustified that has not gone well at all. It's already a 4v2 in the first 15 seconds of the round is where all those frags happen. Hone alone, along with Chop, safeguarding this B site. Lake's going to go for a bit of a boost to try and catch someone off guard. He could get Hone alone, and he will, but he gets traded out immediately. And now, of course, Chop knows that Arcade is there, so he tosses the nade on down. It does 31 HP of damage, and Arcade will likely be surrounded shortly.
Got the backstop of Ben. There's maybe a path if he goes up through the middle. He's got time. That is the one asset he has plenty of. Health, not so much. Friends, none. But he does have time. The ladder is his friend, but he's not going to go for it. Oh, knife out. Had plenty of time. 50 seconds on the clock, but he's knife out wandering through. So Ben Leet gets the easiest kill of his life.
Never really understand the knife out there in a 1v3, but anyway, Unjustified gonna lose that one. As mentioned, it was a force buy. There was a small opening there, but luckily for the Party Astronauts, the trade was there, and then an easy frag for Ben Leet to get them their second round. So despite losing the pistol round, Party Astronauts again respond on what wasn't even a force buy this time, just a full-on eco, gambled right on the stack, and now, well, the money is flowing, the guns are as well, everything looking great, and they're going to get aggressive. Why not? It's up against Glocks, pretty much Glocks only. There's Deagle in the mix there, the nade comes through for Chop. It is all fantastic right now for PA.
Can't complain about this. Unless, well, you can always find something to complain about.
I mean, there's a lot of map control already. Of course you can, but this is looking pretty strong.
It's ideal. Got the player boosted up on the boxes here by Fork. That even frees up Cxzi to just leave elsewhere. Lake hoping to get a deke shot ripped here in mid. Might have a chance. Cxzi's a little aggressively postured, but of course Chop is right here with them, so they're going to stack up, and yeah, no chance in hell. Viz finds the first, drops the bomb, the second soon to follow. It's a flawless round for the party astronauts. They'll start to stack those bands early on.
And the great part about this is the money. They've got 5K or more likely available on most of the players, even after buying up here, because no one died in that round. So they just have to reinvest into a little bit of util because they didn't even use all of that. So it's looking great for them. Unjustified. They need to get back into the rhythm here. They will have 3 AKs and 2 Galils, almost full util, but a bit short for Arcade and Sirens. So they are going to look to take some control of the A ramp. A little slower this time. Don't want to go for that all-out push, which, I mean, the party astronauts would punish more than likely, especially with this setup between Cxzi and Ben Lee. Pwn alone up close with the MP9. This makes sense to hold this angle, given the gun he has in his hands. And Wolf is just going to wait for some noise to be made over on the A site, more than likely, and then he's going to push out, hopefully, in his case, when Pwn alone's turning around for the rotation. Good pacing to the utility from PA as well. Viz wins that fight with Seb, just barely with 3 HP. Has to watch out for the Molotov as well. Oh my.
Gonna say, I can understand backing away, but watch where your toes are going, Viz.
Exactly.
Don't dip those in the flames. See what we got on Justified. Some ramp control. There's the spot. Not gonna be prepared for the fight. The Molotov came in. Cxzi still gets one. Cyrix nearly goes the way of the Dodo as well, so not exactly auspicious considering a player there in the cement you probably should have had dead to rights. Ben jiggling. Waiting presumably for this util to come out and he's going to drop a Molotov. There it goes. Hear the util out. Molly smoke. Just obscuring vision. They've got Wolf working up, but they don't have time for this flank to matter, and it won't because he gets dropped. 15 seconds, they just have to go. Can't be subtle about this. Just praying. And their prayers, they go unanswered. The gods not listening to Unjustified today.
Not even a plant. And again, so many bodies up for PA. 4 of the 5 players left standing. Chop's got 10K available to him after he buys up the rest of the squad above. I would say, I think the 4K mark, everyone is above that point. Even more than that. Yeah, 6K mark. As we get a timeout called by Unjustified, which makes sense considering, hey, they won the pistol round and haven't had a single one since. Not only that, I mean, they're not even winning fights against PA, so the money, as mentioned, has been building up significantly.
Yeah, there's cash. Cash for days. Dollars just falling out of their pockets. Bars on bars, bands on bands. PA, they're living easy. They are chilling. And, I mean, honestly, Unjustified just haven't really threatened them much in many of these rounds. It's been pretty straightforward. We're getting a very straightforward play here. It is a ramp take with techies. Hey, faster ramp takes can work. When nothing's working, sometimes you just gotta rush them down with pistols. But this is not one of those times, John.
No.
Just not that time.
No, especially, I talked about it in the previous round. Party astronauts are playing a very good setup on this A site to deny a quick ramp hit, and you saw why there. Now they have 4 players waiting for Unjustified to come in this direction, of course, because they got the bomb in their hands. Lake does not. And, well, he's just going to wait in the corner. And I don't think there's a good time to come out here at all. Just got to go and take that fight and hope for the best, and the best is living, and he will not. Viz Goes down. It goes and takes him down immediately. Five to 1. Bit of a throwaway round for Unjustified, as they will have the AKs coming out now. And the AWP in Cyrix's hands, but man, Sierra's just lambs to the slaughter.
Chickens into pot pies. We need like a claymation style chicken run hero to save Unjustified. Because I'll be honest, they have looked, don't overreact here, folks, but booty cheeks so far tonight. This is really tough. They are not right now on the same level. A 1-for-1 exchange there in mid. A little bit of an aggressive positioning, but then they lose Lake over on towards the ramp. Ponalone's getting frisky, pushing through smokes, getting real frisky, playing on the gaps in them. And it's again a man advantage available for the Party Astronauts. I mean, even in that pistol round that they did win, PA had the good setup for it, but didn't click the heads.
Yeah.
So, what do you got, Unjustified? Can you unseat Viz from his perch here on B? He has been perched so very long. I think he's starting to grow moss. Oh, spots a player. He spots a player. That's a little confusing. He didn't spot the player. Doesn't realize the player's out towards catwalk. There's going to be the kill. Okay, here's something doing. Here is something doing. Now they know. And a mismanagement there from Viz. So his life has been made uncomfortable. They're rotating. 20 seconds, 30 seconds. They're just going to leave Arcade here to sell it, and it is working. Footsteps not heard, but now Arcade is dead, and they will fast realize, Party Astronauts, hey, there's actually no one else here. So it's going to be a retake. Utility now on towards the A site. They're rotating in. The bomb goes down. A bomb plant at least. Those have been hard to come by here for Unjustified. They really do need to get this round.
It's not going to be easy here. 3v2. Unjustified have to hang on. Couple of AKs available for the Party Astronauts, so they got that insta-headshot capability. Cyrix sees one pass by and misses an important shot. That means they can isolate him. Seth trying to sneak around, gets nothing either. His phone alone took down Cyrix right before that. And of course, the bomb was being stuck and defused. 6-1 in favor of PA. Man, oh man, it was a good decision from Unjustified. They sold the fake at the B site, but they just didn't have the numbers to hang on post-plant. I mean, if Cyrix hits that shot, we got a different story, of course. Would have been a 2v2 at that point, and maybe Seb can come in and get the backstab, but because the shot doesn't connect.
That's their first bomb plant.
Wow.
To go back and check that.
I think you're right.
I believe that is their first bomb plant. And they're not looking like they're going to get one in this one. Couple players down. Lake and Cyrix eliminated early on the ramp fight. And the beast. No, just the ramp fight, sorry. B-steps is just smokes.
Did they plant in pistol? Sorry, Mike.
I believe they got the elimination before they actually got the plant down. Maybe they planted in pistol. They might have planted in pistol.
Okay.
Probably did. Before or after the bomb go boom. But the plants, they've been few and far between. Cxzi's back towards cement. There are mollies this time. He's been punished here a couple times. Surprised he's playing it again, to be honest. Here's the Molotov coming out. Gonna get the smoke down. He's got a teammate to help him out. So can they deal with Cxzi here? They got another molly. They know he's here. They've got the time to just wait the smoke. They throw their own smoke?
They did.
His smoke?
I don't know why.
That's a new strategy to me. I'm gonna say they missed through a smoke.
No, that was intentional.
I don't really understand that then. But either way, they don't get to ponder that one for long. Because they're all dead. Flank develops. Kills are found. Chop finishes it all off.
I don't...
I guess it's just to render him less useful if he's losing himself in the other smoke, but it's... Unorthodox.
Yeah, maybe it's to try to keep him out of play, but even then, like, there's a flash coming. Anyway, look, let's see what they can do in this round. Seb gets the opener. Finally, an opener for Unjustified.
That's Seb's first kill.
Had one in a gun round. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
That's him cracking the goose egg, so that's good. Maybe get some juices flowing. That'll help.
Oh, that nade.
What?
That is a juicy nade.
More strike gets called in. Now Ponolo knows there's another player. Cxzi's got kills back in the meantime. So they're going to try and brave the op, because what else do they have? They have nothing else. But they're slow into it. Now they've just got a single smoke in terms of utility, so they got nothing to unseat the opper, nothing to unseat Ben Leet right by him. They got a player up on the danger panel. That's something, at least.
Oh, Seb.
He's just wincing every time a piece of utility comes over. All right, pass the off. Pressure on. Pressure off. Wax on, wax off, and they're all just so scared.
No,
they're so scared to go out that Podolon just put shots in the smoke at this point. They're very timid onto it. Seb. Now I'm one man against the world. The bomb down on the platform. More smoke to obscure a flank developing. Seb knows it's coming, but what can he do? Nothing. Can't even see another player. Just panic. Pure panic. You can just see it in the way his mouse is moving. He has no idea which way to look, no idea which way to turn, no answers. And that's been the case for Unjustified pretty much this whole map.
Yeah, no question. Oh no, he's rocking it with the AWP. 11th frag found there against Cyrix. And I mean, look, Unjustified, Seb, he was the first one out and the last one down. He had the opening frag, let's not forget, and Unjustified had a 5v4. It was brief because Pone and the B-site players denied Unjustified twice, and then they just got stuck. They had nowhere else to go, and they continued trying to fight forward, but couldn't really gain the space. And the party astronauts, I mean, crazy after losing pistol round to boot. Seb and the rest of his squad going to have some upgraded pistols, some armor, little bit of util, 2 smokes, and a flash to work with. It's not much. Cxzi timing this Molotov right so that as soon as the smoke fades, it will bloom at the bottom of ramp, forcing Unjustified to wait even longer. And Viz catches Arcade lurking. Cxzi looking for a follow-up. There it is. He even gets to fall back and find another before he is dropped by that Tech 9.
Oh, there's a gun. It can maybe eventually be retrieved. It's a little bit chaotic. What can you do with the gun, Cyrix? Cyrix and Seb. Let's see if they can get anything going here. Not looking likely. No util. Nothing working in their favor. And they're just kind of, again, milling towards the top or ramp. Nothing doing. Nothing doing whatsoever. 9 rounds ripped off in a row here by the party astronauts. And again, another one where, yes, it's just pistols, but you're running out of opportunities to get anything going here, and there's so many of these rounds where you just never have a chance.
Yeah, and I mean, look, even when they're going for quick opening fights, and the party astronauts continue to win them, so, and even when they're waiting and biding their time and hoping for an opportunity to open up, as soon as they go for their execute, it's not happening anyway, so they need to find that second gear and really turn things up a notch. Just in their aim duels, just in their mechanics. It just feels very soft right now against a PA squad that's always sharp and I would argue has more firepower than Unjustified given the addition of Cxzi and of course Viz, as we mentioned before. Chop going to get pushed back a little bit, not getting too aggressive towards the bottom of the B stairs. Viz gets naded down to 82. He's going to have to get off and jump here. Boost spot, excuse me.
Oh my god! Just goes from bad to worse! When it rains, it pours, but somehow they get a kill out of it. Nage is being dunked in on that attempted boost. Golly, and mid is just totally denied as a position. They're gonna reroute in towards B. They have pulled Chop off the angle. Viz is in towards mid as well, so maybe there's an opportunity here.
It's
I think indeed there might be. Yeah, there's so much focus here on this mid fight right now. Cyrix is gonna get it. Here we go. This is their best round yet. See if they can capitalize. Chop under pressure behind the curtain. Goes down a 1v3. Now required. You gotta start things off well.
Oh no!
Has it on the spam. Wolf is so low. Wolf is so low. Cxzi swaps the gun. 21 in the new. Waiting for the smoke fade. Traps on Wolf around it. He's gonna get one, not the second. Almost made that possible, but it will be Unjustified. Finally finding their second round. Finally finding a round they can do something with.
I mean, look, they did a good job of kind of splitting the difference between that B site and mid and doing the damage up against VA. They won some duels, finally. But Cxzi almost pulls it back because he manages to catch one player lurking a little bit too far away from the site towards the B stairs. And then if he hits that spam, just one more bullet on the bomb planter, they could have had the round. Chop. Gonna take down Wolf, and again, like, Unjustified continue to go for these early fights, just trying to get into the faces of the party astronauts. It's worked for one round, and they continue to be men down every single round. Cyrix is gonna get the trade onto Cxzi, so we do have a 4v4 setting itself up here. And Seb poking, prodding, looking for some information, but a smoke, guys, is off his view for the time being.
Arcade slips the smoke. Okay, that's going to work out. Man advantage now found. Traded back. Some substantial damage on the chop. Spacing is poor. That means that Pwn alone is able to get that kill and not get traded. Not have a threat from the second player. Seb appears to just be walking up steps solo dolo. Cyrix looks like he maybe wants to join him eventually. But for the time being, it is a totally isolated Seb. Moving up. Cyrix is in spawn.
Oh, you got a molly back.
I mean, just play together at least.
Yeah.
Cyrix is now over here. Seb is gone. And Viz still here the whole time. 10-2 is our half scoreline. These highlights are going to be a Party Astronauts fest here, John.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just weird because Unjustified continue to try to get those early frags. They're just pushing a player out and hoping for the best against a Party Astronaut squad that is absolutely tearing them up in terms of the aim duels. So you're better off pooling together and going for a proper hit. Instead, they just continue to do the opposite.
We'll be back after this. And we are back into it, folks. That was a brutal thing to watch in the first half. Reminder, if you're looking at the scroll and if you're just joining us right now, Unjustified won the first half, Crystal. If they don't win the second, I think this is going to be over. Chop. Gets himself one. Gets a dink on the second. Lake is looking more like a puddle with that HP. Right now, PA... Cxzi in spawn? What's he holding? What's he cooking? It's just the smoke?
I mean, I think he's hoping for a push to come through, some aggression.
Yeah, he must have been holding B aggression, but they had Viz in the... It's a weird way to hold for aggression, but sure. I guess they... Again, PA have had pretty good reads on what Unjustified have done in these pistols, so maybe there's some sort of cheeky Unjustified pistol round that didn't come to fruition. They're going to make their way on towards the A ramp. Cyrix is jump spotting for information, which he will get. And call some rotations back over. Teammates now grouping. They're moving en masse. And indeed, PA do appear to be committing into this. Smoke up. One kill should all but secure a bomb plant. There it is, and the full swing is on from Unjustified. They're just committing to the fight with disastrous results. 11 rounds found, and now PA stand just 2 away from moving on in the upper bracket.
Chop pulling out the axe and just tearing through Unjustified with the 3K. I love that util setup. I mean, obviously you have limited util on pistol round, but throwing the smoke for elevators and then the molly for a boost for heaven, right? The exit out of heaven from CT spawn. It's really well done because it puts so much pressure on the rotating players to come out and try to get some damage. And one, you have little visibility around the smoke, and two, you can't dip your toes too far to the left, so you have very little room to maneuver. And the party astronaut just shot their opponents a hail of bullets in the direction Unjustified tried to peek out. Well done. 11th round found. And this is looking almost hopeless for Unjustified. They are playing for overtime at this point, Mike.
Hold on, John. Lake has a Zeus.
Well.
Lake has a Zeus.
Okay.
Where is Lake? Lake is behind default. All right, well, the boost up is there, but the bottom of the totem pole is supposed to be watching for that play. Was not watching for that play. Lake's not going to get a chance on that Zeus, I don't think. Not from this range.
I don't know why he bought it.
Zeus. He's gone to the Zeus. Desperation now. All right, sure, why not? Full clean around. Party astronauts get 10 chances to close this out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you spend the money on the Zeus if you're just going to play USP on site, but sure, why not? He goes to it towards the end, and it doesn't even matter because Pwn alone gets a jumping Mac 10 frag. Oh boy, Unjustified, like we mentioned, playing for overtime after going for those pistols in the previous round. It's going to be M-Force. About 7 pieces of utility, I think, coming into this round. I don't know, Mike. I don't know. Ben Leet going to get the opening frag on Lake already, who just cannot get away from this quick push. Molotov thrown by Arcade to try and convince Party Astronaut that someone's there. I like the idea, so now they spend more time clearing out sandbags and might hesitate a little bit. Arcade, peering around. He bought himself a little bit more time. See if it'll help. Cxzi gets caught out. Only a little bit of damage taken.
Oh, he's just spraying it with a Mac-10 to make sure there's not actually a player there.
It's a good play.
Yeah, why not? Make sure of it there. Throwing their last salvo of utility. They've not got a lot more. I like that. Waterfall smoke to set things up. Wolf wants to fight forward. Wolf's going to succeed for one. This is getting to be a bit of a brawl. SMG's starting to find home. We need to get this bomb planted. Fortunately for Pwn alone, there's no more nades, but he's still wary. The bomb's going to be planted, and it's going to be left to Seb to try a clutch here. First one found. Looking for more, but he will get no such thing. 18th kill on the board for Chop. A massacre that was. Reminder, that was Unjustified's map pick. That was the map where we expected to see a little bit more from them, but they were shut down. They were stymied. They were absolutely demolished at every turn. That was Party Astronaut's game from start to finish. There were